Hi guys, in this video we are going to learn how to configure delta sharing in Unity Catalog. So let's start from the beginning. What's delta sharing? Well, it's defined as an open protocol developed by Databricks for secure data sharing with other organizations regardless of the computer platforms they use. With delta sharing, we share a read-only collection of tables and table partitions with one or more recipients. What are the key benefits here? Well, it's really easy to share data with other platforms. We can share the data with other platforms, regions, or clouds, and we don't need data replications. And also allows us to keep centralized the governance of the data. There are two types of delta sharing within Databricks. The Databricks to Databricks sharing protocol, which allows us to share data between two workspaces with Unity Catalog enabled in both of them. And then we have the Databricks Open Sharing Protocol that is useful when we want to share data with users that are not using Databricks or that has a Databricks that doesn't have Unity Catalog enabled. What we are going to see today is the first case, the Databricks to Databricks Sharing Protocol. So let's start with the explanation of the steps that we are going to follow. We have 4 Databricks workspaces distributed in 2 metastores, one in West Europe and the other one in East US. In one of the workspaces of the West Europe, we are going to create a catalog and a database. And we will enable the delta sharing so that we will be able to query this data from any of the workspaces in the East US metastore. As I explained before, the data is not going to be replicated. We are going to make it available to read from the source. Getting into more detail of the steps that we need to follow, first, we are going to create a recipient in the West Europe metastore, pointing to the East US metastore that is the one expecting to read the data. Second, we need to create a share in which we are going to specify what we want to share, what tables, what databases, whatever. And third, we are going to create a catalog in the East US metastore using the previously created share. With that, we should be ready to start exploring the data. Okay, so we are going to the workspace 1 and we are going to catalog, and here we can see that the associated metastore to this workspace is West Europe. Let's click on delta sharing, shared by me, and recipients. And here we will need to add the East US metastore that will be the recipient. We are going to call it my East US metastore. And for the sharing identifier, we need to move to any of the workspaces in the East US metastore. So catalog, delta sharing, and here we need to copy this. Let's go back to the other workspace, and we are going to paste it here and create. Okay, cool. Now we need to create a share. For that, let's go back again to the delta sharing and click on shares. We can create here one or more shares. We are going to create one and we are going to call it my catalog share. Note that we have a message informing us that the external sharing is disabled. This is needed to share data between Databricks of external accounts, but as the sharing we are doing is in the same tenant, it's not really needed. Anyway, I will tell you later where to enable this. Okay, let's continue. Here we need to define what we want to share. We are going to select the my database schema. Okay. It's informing us that my account should have select, execute, and read volume permissions for that. So fine for me. Grant them. Okay, let's continue. We can also share notebooks. but we are going to skip this for the moment. And here we need to select the recipient of this share. That is the one that we created before, my East US Metastore. As you can see, we can use this share for more than one recipients. Okay, share data. As a summary, we can see here that my catalog share contains 2 assets to be shared. Last step is to go to the workspace 2. Let's go to catalog, and I will show you here how to see if the external data sharing is enabled or not, and how to enable it. Okay, it is as easy as that. Okay, let's go back to the data sharing, and we can see that we have here the West 01 that it was not here before. Click on it, and inside we can see the share that we have just created. Create a catalog, and we are going to call it My Catalog Delta Sharing. This should be the name that should be displayed in this Metastore. So create, and if we go now to catalog, in the shared area we should be able to see it. If we open it, we can see the database, and inside we can see the only table that we have. We can create a notebook and query it. As you can see, it's empty right now, but we can go to the other workspace, insert a couple of rows, now come back to this one, and here it is. As we explained before, no data replication. Basically, we are querying the live data that is in the other side of the delta sharing. Okay, with this, we conclude the basics about configuring delta sharing in Unity Catalog. Thanks for watching. I hope this is useful for you. Feel free to take a look at any of my other videos Unity Catalog related.